Just wanted to stop by ankle issue. Um, and have a little heart to heart, y'all. We gotta have a real conversation. Um, this goes out to all the parents. Listen, last couple of days we've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, the ramifications and consequences of mistreating your children. We're gonna keep that thing going, but we're gonna take a little bit of a different turn with that today. Um, cause listen, y'all, at some point, parents, y'all gonna get sick. Y'all gonna be in some kind of financial straits. Some of y'all might even be homeless. You're gonna need some help. And you're gonna expect your children to help you. Now, even though that is the expectation, that does not mean that's what you deserve. We got to be honest. We got to be honest. Just because you have kids and you in need, that doesn't obligate your kids to help you. I know that ain't popular, but it is what it is. Um, because from what I'm seeing with these new kids, kids ain't built like they was back in my time. They on a whole different type of time right now, and they giving less than a damn about y'all. You talking about leave by the damn wayside? Look, they putting on the clinic on how to ditch your parents and keep on with your life. I'm just saying. So you know what they say. You can always learn something from somebody. Some of us old folks might pick up a page too from these young ones on how to leave y'all to fend for yourself. Like a lot of y'all left most of us to fend for ourselves. Like I'm 45, so I was in, what I'm saying, the first group of latchkey kids. What I'm saying? The single parent raised kids, even though I wasn't. Most of my friends were, so I saw what that looked like. Um, the either you had to, get yourself up and get ready for school and get there the best way you knew how, or when you got home from school, nobody was there. It was somewhere in your day where you had to be 100% responsible for yourself. Parents, don't think we forgot about that shit. I mean, I personally only had about a hour and a half span. Well, if you count the time it took to walk home from school, about 2 hours that I was unsupervised. But I mean, I had friends. It was 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Sometimes a whole shift worth of time that they were unsupervised. Parents, we ain't forgot that. So, when y'all, sick and we got the, what I'm saying, help you decide or decide for you what's going to happen with your health care, that shit's in the back of our mind. When, what I'm saying, we got vacation planned and we want to be with our family and do what we want to do, and then you call talking about you got to go to foreclosure court next week, that shit's in the back of our mind. When you call with the oh, woe is me, I want this, so I went on and bought it, but now I need help getting this covered, that's just in the back of our mind. All the times when we wanted something and it was the whole, do you know how much that costs? I mean, why do you need that? Just because you want it don't mean you supposed to have it and all that. When y'all, what I'm saying, spin the block and come to us with that same shit, it's in the back of our mind. Anytime you want us to go and do something that's going to interrupt what we got going on in our life, all that shit's in the back of our mind. I'm just saying. What you mean? What is this, James? This is parents do right by your kids so you don't end up fucked up somewhere. That's what this is. That's what this is. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's true. And for let me put this out there. For those of y'all, saying, quote unquote good parents, the ones that got your stuff together, provided for your kids and, didn't make them adults before their time and all of that. Same thing's gonna happen to you. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna get sick, something's gonna happen, you leave, you're gonna leave. I'm gonna put it like that. If you had First off, get your stuff in order so that you don't put all of this burden on your kids. It's gonna be enough where your kids gonna have to say goodbye. Don't add all your other shit onto it. Make it as simple and as painless as possible. If you have your saying things you want done a certain way, write it down. You know, back in the day, y'all, our great grandparents and grandparents were saying they used to plan out their funeral and had everything written down how they wanted it to go. Y'all need to get back to that. Get back to that. Get some type of life insurance. You know what I'm saying? If your house paid off, you know what I'm saying, let your kids or whoever's gonna be handling your stuff, let them know where your paperwork is. Because I remember when my grandma died, you know, she years before she had told my mama, because my mama's the only child, where all her stuff was. My mama was so damn traumatized and messed up by my grandma, but she died unexpectedly. She literally went to sleep and didn't wake up no more. My grandma was dead about 5 years before my mama remembered where all this stuff was. Now, because you know what I'm saying, we knew her and loved her and paid attention, what actually happened and what she wrote down wasn't that different. But just think about, you know what I'm saying, if you really don't have that type of relationship with your, you know what I'm saying, with your family member, and they got all this stuff written down and your insurance paperwork and all that, and you have no idea where it is. Guess who's footing them bills? That's you. What if you don't have it written down at all? Guess who got to figure that out? Your people. Don't do that to them. Have your stuff together. It's not pleasant. Trust me, I understand. One of the saddest things I ever seen in my life was my granddaddy signing the paperwork for them to dig my grandmama's plat. Y'all, that's literally in the top 3 saddest things I have ever seen in my life. And literally all he was doing was signing the paper because everything else was done. But I mean, just imagine if he had to go through the whole trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, where to put it, how to pay for it, get the money up, all of this and all of that. Like, don't compound the trauma. And that's what I'm saying. Do right by your kids so they don't just cremate your ass and put you up on the shelf somewhere in a dirty box. Do right by your people. Is what I'm saying. It's real. It's real. It's real. If you having health issues, go ahead, do what you need to do to get seen so that you don't, you know what I'm saying, end up in a crisis that's unexpected and got everybody in the lurch. Don't be selfish, y'all. Don't think just because you got kids that they automatically come behind you to pick up your damn pieces, especially when you didn't treat them right as children. You took their childhood from them in some manner. Make sure what you trying to get out match what you put in. It's real. It is real. Have the conversation about what it is you want. I'm just saying. Do the best you can. Don't just half-ass your way through it and then come back and claim that was the best you could do when we all know it's bullshit. Don't do it. It's real. It's real. I know y'all don't want to hear this because I ain't in here, you know what I'm saying, roasting nobody and all of that. But I'm telling y'all, this is what it is. Parents, don't put your kids in that kind of position because again, that particular situation might be when you really find out what your kids think of you and how they feel about you. Don't do it. If you in a position where everything is you good, you know what I'm saying, you good health wise, you know what I'm saying, you're not facing somebody pulling the plug on you, you had the opportunity to sit down and have that conversation with your kids to find out, you know what I'm saying, what they thinking and what they feeling. Do it because tomorrow ain't promised. This about real as it's gonna get over here. Do it. If you gotta have it on the phone, have it on the phone. If you gotta have it via text message and work your way up to the actual conversation, do that. If you gotta write a damn letter and work your way up, do it. But whatever you need to do to have that conversation, you need to have it. Because it can cost you in the end. You can't always, you know what I'm saying, bank on your kids, you know what I'm saying, being good when you didn't put the goodness in them. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Have your financial shit in order. That way, we ain't got to scramble to try to get your shit straight and mess our situation up. Literally have the conversation. Being real. It ain't gonna get too much realer than that. Have the conversation. Apologize. That for some reason that I don't know y'all mosquito got me. I messed around and went outside and it's raining. I understand it sounds simple, and even though it sounds simple, it's hard. It can be hard as hell. Do it. Do it. Like I was watching a stream earlier, and we've all heard the saying, "Forgiveness is for you, it ain't for them." That's them facts. But another thing you're saying that people like to throw out there is forgive and forget. You forgive because that's for you, but you ain't got to forget shit. Let's be clear about that. Because if you forget, then you could potentially be back in the same situation. So yeah, forgive because that's for you, but don't forget nothing. Don't forget shit. And another thing that I heard in that stream that was deep was just because you forgive them don't mean you got to tell them you forgive them. Just do it. Because again, that's for you. Don't make it about them, because if you make it about them, then it's damn pointless, because just because you forgive them, this was another thing they pointed out. Just because you forgive them don't mean they're gonna start acting right, or they not gonna do again what caused you to need to forgive them in the first place. Forgiveness is not act right for them. Forgiveness is for you. I was like, damn, that's deep. That's real. That's real talk. But yeah, forgive. But you ain't got to forget shit. I'm gonna leave it at that. What's going on, Time? How you doing? Look, I'm just here with some words that I feel like is wisdom. Damn, parents do right by your damn kids. Atone, make amends, apologize, whatever. Even if you feel like it's insignificant, it's significant to them. And that could be the one thing that keep them from saying, go ahead and do all you can for them versus fuck it. It's time they've been here long enough. I'm trying to tell you. My mom in the hospital now. I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So look, y'all, again, get your shit together. Even with your siblings, because you never know. Just because you the oldest don't mean you going to be the first one to fall out. You don't know that. So yeah, get right. Get right, because again, we got to repair the family unit. And that's going to be the first step. Is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement plus action equals accountability. Exactly. Tell it time. Yeah. Do right by your kids and let yeah. And it's messed up that we have to keep saying, let their fathers be involved, because I have never, this is anecdotal, I have never encountered a man keeping a woman from the kids. I haven't. I'm just being honest. I ain't never seen that. If somebody you're saying has been in the midst of that, let's talk about it. Because I have no idea what that looks like, because I've never seen it. But now women getting pissed off, and then next thing you know, you're saying, yo dad. I had one chick I used to work. She told the little boy his daddy was dead. And dude, we worked on the 3rd floor. He worked on the 5th floor, and she told that boy that his daddy was dead. Crazy shit. Cause she was mad. He was like, I wanna see my son. I wanna be there for my son, but I don't wanna fuck with you. Quit. We gotta stop. Stop getting romantic love and relationships confused with parental love and relationships. That ain't the same thing. Love is not one size fit all. Love is not all encompassing. There are different kinds of love. I love cheesecake, but I know eating that shit every day, it's not gonna be good for me. I don't love my man how I love my daddy. They ain't the same thing. I don't love my daddy the same way I love my granddaddy because they're still two different. That's two different types of relationships. Why y'all always want to stick all this shit together and then be confused about why it's a high ass mess? Leave that alone. Leave it alone. It ain't what you want. It's really not. It's like I'm not saying scratching for me ain't good with this mosquito bite. So let me stop. It's not. It's not. Just because it's good to you don't mean it's good for you. And out of sight, out of mind is not always the best method to resolve conflicts, internal or otherwise. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Do right by your damn kids. Do right by your. Make sure you do it right by your spouse. Make sure you good with your ex-spouse. My parents prime example of that. My mama, you know what I'm saying, had her hyena moment, decided she didn't want to be married no more. So she ain't married no more. And now she's sick and, you know what I'm saying, got your major recovery in front of her. And who coming, you know what I'm saying, to come help her get herself together? The same dude she divorced for no good reason. I'm just saying, and we talking, that was when I was 24 and 45. Like within the last 2 years, not to be telling all my parents' business, but I'm just saying this is what getting right and trying to make amends will get you. In the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying, she really has been on, you know what I'm saying, on her, you know, I did wrong. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I fucked up our family type of time. It is what it is. So you know what I'm saying, she started that and you know trying to make amends and a tone and all of that, and now she in need, and you know what I'm saying, now you got additional people, you know what I'm saying, coming to your aid. Whereas if you'd have kept on your saying, you know what I'm saying, fuck it, it was all about me type of time, my dad would have been like, you know what, you're on your own. I mean, which technically she still is, but I mean he ain't obligated to come check on her and you know help her through her recovery and all that kind of shit. He ain't obligated for none of that. They've been divorced 20 years. But when you go back and try to, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge your damn wrong and then take accountability by moving differently, this is what you can have. So again, acknowledgement plus action equals accountability. Accountability has to come from within. I can't hold y'all accountable for shit. Y'all can't hold me accountable for shit. I can address it. You can acknowledge it, and you can change your damn action, and then you have taken accountability. That's what it is. So we're gonna do a whole show on accountability and how folk got all that fucked up. But y'all make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Share this information because this needs to get out. You got to do right by your kids. Start with your kids and go from there. Because again, you never know. Somebody listening to this today could be in the same situation I'm talking about tomorrow or the day after. You don't know. Go ahead and make it right. I personally have had a couple things I've had to make right. Again, something I told my granddaddy one time. You can't control how long it takes somebody else to forgive you for something you did to them. You can't control it. And again, I told him that what 3 years ago, and here I am in the same situation. Situation went down. I apologize for my part. That person still want to act like they fucking mad. Ain't nothing I can do about that. If they take their last breath, man, that's on them, not me. I have, you know what I'm saying, acknowledged my wrong, and I have, you know what I'm saying, course corrected. I have a tone. So that's all you can do. If they, you know what I'm saying, choose to want to stay mad, that's on them. I can't do nothing about that. But see, I was in a season where I was mad because they wasn't over it. What's going on, Beans? What's happening, bro? You been on all day long. You got me through the majority of my shift. I'm here talking to these yo-yos. But yeah, so I was caught up in the being mad because I don't, you know what I'm saying, apologize and course corrected and moving different, and they still mad about what happened. I was like, girl, you can't control how long it's gonna take them to get over that. forge on, forge on. That's all you can do. So again, I know it's like I understand y'all. Being saying I fucked up is like drinking on fermented vinegar. I get it. I trust me. I get it. Once you swallow, it's over. It's over, y'all. I promise. It's over. Now, if you got to continuously be, you know what I'm saying, drinking fermented vinegar because you fucking up, then that's a whole different issue. But I'm just saying, if you got the situation, you know, like, okay, well, yeah, this went off course because I did A, B, and C. Now, another thing, just because you accepting your part, don't mean it's all your fault. Because again, the whole situation wasn't my fault. My reaction to what went down was my fault. The shit going down wasn't my fault. So again, be clear about what you apologize and what you're trying to make right. Don't take, you know what I'm saying, blame and accountability for shit that really ain't your fault. But most importantly, after you have taken, you know what I'm saying, you have acknowledged, you have, you know what I'm saying, course corrected, and which is taking your accountability, you got to move different. You can't say, all right, my bad, I fucked up. I ain't gonna do it no more. And then 3 weeks later, you back to doing the same shit. That ain't how it works. There has to be proof of sustained course correction. You got to show it. You can't just say it. And it needs to be for the, you know, like this time next year, I need to be able to look back and say, all right, yeah, I said A, B, C, and D, and yeah, I really ain't doing no more. That's sustained and proof of taking accountability. I'm just saying. It ain't fun. It ain't fun, especially when you dealing. I know I done jump topics, but I'm gonna slide back to these ragged ass parents in interpersonal relationships, aka fuck you fucking. I know it's hard, y'all. I know. And then sometimes you gonna be okay. You're saying your interaction, relationship, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you talking about, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes it's gonna be rocky. But you got to be clear with the other person. Are we on the road to fixing this, or is this just what it's gonna be? And then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, assess and move accordingly. Steven, how do you feel about black people? I love black people. It's niggas I can't stand. That clear enough for you? How do you feel about black people? Hello, got any minds in here? Yeah, how you feel about black people? I love black people. We are amazing. It's niggas I got a problem with. It's that simple. I'm from North Carolina. Why? Do I sound country? Y'all, I'm trying so hard not to scratch. Promise you I'm trying hard not to scratch. It's crazy. You got chased by a small black man. How that happen? Okay, what? Okay, see you playing. You ain't scared. You in Atlanta? Okay. Alright, you ain't but like 3 hours from me. I love the A. I need to come down there and get on my fat girl mission. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple places I need to hit on the fat girl mission. Yeah, see, I thought, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna be on some love connection road trip type of time. So I was gonna be able to come through and get what I needed in the A, but now like it's gonna have to be a fat girl mission because people still upset. Um, so yeah. Once I get my mama together, then I'm gonna be on my mission. What's that? Oh yeah, about you. What you say? I'm not scared of all black people. You like black people? Okay. Well, are you black? And what black people are you scared of? Are you scared of black people? Or you scared of niggas? Because most black people I've encountered not really into you being scared of them. Now niggas thrive on it. You've noticed that black men are aggressive. Okay, you dealing with niggas. This sound like Pookie and Ray Ray. Them niggas. You Mexican. Okay. Hey, Hick, what's going on? What you mean? Listen, I look. He say, yeah. He say y'all aggressive. Look. Yeah, I was in here trying to, help tell you parents, get y'all shit together so y'all don't have us kids all hemmed up in your foolishness and your nonsense. When you in some trouble. And yeah, he's talking about he got chased by some black dude. And then he was scared, and then he asked me, "Do I like black people?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love them. It's them other ones. It's the problem." And then I was talking about my fat girl mission. Yeah, love connection road trip that is now about to be a fat girl foodie mission. Yeah. So again, word to the wise as and then I'm the oldest. So it really be hard on us when y'all ain't got your life together. What's going on, no news? Yes, listen, I don't hear, trying to get the message out for the parents, do right by the kids and have they business in order. So if something happen to y'all, us kids ain't out here, trying to figure out how to get y'all together or if we even want to get you together. I know I ain't been live in a minute. Yeah, I've had a series of situations. I had a complete meltdown on a live stream, and then about 20 minutes after that live stream ended, I had to take my grandfather to the emergency room, and we've been on a downward spiral since then. Okay. Yeah. And then so in and out with him, he had to have a procedure. And now my mama is in the hospital, and she had a procedure today. And hopefully if that does what it's supposed to do, we don't have to have her leg amputated. Which me and my sister are gonna have to decide that, because she's adamant that's not what she wants, but that's what's gonna save her life. So that's what I'm talking about. Be good to your kids, because now for real, my mama was raggedy as hell, and I was feeling some type of way. I'd be like, I don't really give a shit about what happened, because I mean, again, my mama had to have her leg amputated. My sister doesn't live here in North Carolina; she lived somewhere else. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to, take the brunt of, her and how she reacted having her leg amputated. So I'm just saying, be good to your kids, cause you don't never know. Right. And what you say, no news? They'll pick your nursing home. This is what I'm talking about. So literally my mama and my granddaddy in the same nursing home. He in room 8 and she in room 9 when she go back over there. And both of them was up one day, and then the next day they was over there. I'm telling you, be good to your kids, cause you don't know. So yeah, especially when you the oldest. So literally in a course of, I want to say my mama, it's been like 6 years for her. So yeah, 6 years. She, she had a heart attack and then she had a stroke. And literally, once I got her, because I found her. So once we got her to the hospital, all that, the doctor looked me in the face. He was like, "Yeah, mom got about a 12% chance of living. So you need to call whoever it is you need to call and do what you need to do." Because yeah, she literally on her last minutes. So imagine being traumatized because you found her. Then you got somebody looking you in your face talking about, yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do. Then I got to relay this information to everybody else. Be good to your kids. Tell them what you want, how you want. Lay it out. Put it somewhere where they can get to it. Let them know when the time comes. This is what I want. After I'm gone, this is what I want y'all to do. So they ain't out here scrambling trying to figure shit out. Cause I mean, literally, like that happened to my mama, and then 6 months later, her house literally went up in flames. This same house I'm sitting here talking to y'all in now. So she hanging on. Then I got to turn around and rebuild her damn house. Then come live in said house. and continuously figure out how to, pay for her stuff, because y'all know insurance is not what it need to be, and then when you don't have any, that adds on another level. I'm saying, people, have your shit together. Don't leave this shit for your kids to try to figure out. Because again, most kids, if their name ain't on it, they not vested in any of your shit. And they can just walk the hell off. Well, because I'm built better than that, I ain't rolling like that. Because I could just be like, well, let me figure out who gonna pay for this, and get Social Security and all that shit set up, and then I'm just gonna twist it with my life. I ain't do it like that. Oh, but trust, it was some folk in the nursing home who kids did just that. Hell, in fact, my mama used to she used to sit with people in the nursing home, like their family would pay her to sit with them, so that, what I'm saying, she would make sure, they didn't wander off, or, what I'm saying, they had somebody to talk to. And my mama made good money doing that shit. Like, when I tell folks, when folks don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to be bothered with you, and they ain't gonna be bothered with you. I'm telling you, it's a fool. It's a whole fool. A whole fool. Y'all, yeah. Thanks, Hank. Listen, thank you, No News. Yeah, so like I said, she had a procedure today, and hopefully, if it goes the way that it's supposed to, we can avoid amputation. But yeah, like he said, get a trust, get a will. Don't, and be honest. Don't be thinking. Don't be having your kids thinking all your shit paid off, and then something happen to you, and then they find out your ass owe money. Oh yeah, we've been in that shit too. Y'all quit playing. If your shit fucked up, tell somebody. Seriously, real talk. Because I mean, I got a co-worker kind of in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Her dad had a heart attack. Her mom died when she was like 8, and her dad had a heart attack. And he been having a hard time. So he's in a facility trying to get himself together. And she thinking, what I'm saying, that was the only hurdle that she was really gonna have to deal with, was she could put all her focus in helping him get right. No, she got to pay the man 2 mortgages he took out on the damn house. She thinking the damn house paid for, his 2 notes sitting on it. So he over there, she living her life. She married, got kids and all that, and then they over trying to figure out how to keep this man house. Y'all be honest about what the hell y'all got going on. Because you don't never know. You could be up, what is it, 5:45? Your ass could be down by 8:30. You just don't know. You don't. So again, yeah, I know it ain't cute. I know it ain't easy. I know it can be embarrassing. Tell the truth and get right with people that you care about, that you know what I'm saying, at least hope care about you, in case something happen, you ain't out here alone. Like, I know people that's alone. And let me speak on that real quick. For those of y'all who got raggedy ass families and ain't nobody doing nothing, ain't nobody hitting on shit, be honest about that. Like, my folk ain't shit. Just because your family ain't shit don't mean you can't build a family. Just because your family ain't shit don't mean you know what I'm saying, you gotta have baby mamas and can't find no, you know what I'm saying, no decent wife or no husband, and you gotta have baby daddies and all this, you know what I'm saying, anger and angst and dissension and shit all over the place. You can find somebody. You can be loved. Just because the people didn't love you, that doesn't mean you ain't worthy to be loved. What I keep seeing is a lot of these motherfuckers go out their way to make sure they ain't worthy of being loved. We gotta cut that shit out. Cut that out. Just because, you know what I'm saying, one person or one group of people not loving you doesn't mean you're not worthy of being loved. That means there's a breakdown, there's a deficiency somewhere, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's with you. If you go out your way to make yourself be who these motherfuckers said you were, then yeah, now the problem is you. And then once you get to that point, we can't have no sympathy for you. We can't have no sympathy for you. But I mean, it's possible. Everybody can experience love in their life at some point. Like, y'all, ain't nobody gonna convince me that it ain't possible. Now, you may not get it from who you want it from, But that does not mean that probably will make it some of the best love you ever had in your life. Because sometimes we're judge of what's good for us. But I have loved some folk that, honey, yeah, they ain't thought about loving me back. And I've had some folk love me I wasn't thinking about at the time. So listen, we got to get it together on all aspects. Oh yeah, I got to hurry up. I got to. It's raining now. But yeah, I'm just saying, parents, you gotta have that talk with your kids. You gotta have that talk. You have to. And I mean, you can have that talk and it really not be anything major that comes out of it. It could be, you know what I'm saying, nah, ma, I don't really, you didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying, horrible to me, or you know what I'm saying, you did this and at the time it, you know what I'm saying, had me feeling this way, or it had me moving in this manner, but now I understand. Or it could be like, yeah, mom, you was fucked up. That was fucked up how you used to, you know what I'm saying, think I was sleeping and left me up in here to go to the club. Like, listen, don't get mad. Did you do it? Yeah. Apologize for it. I don't want to hear all that, you know what I'm saying, I needed a break and I deserved and it's so hard raising you by myself and all that kind of shit. None of that shit was the point. The point is that child knew and was scared and was feeling some type of way that your ass was leaving them in the middle of the night to go fucking party. That's it. That's all. That's the whole point. What's going on? We got the Seds in the house. What's going on? So yeah, y'all definitely go ahead and check out Promote Conscious Parenting with the Harrises. They talking about some of the same stuff I'm talking about on here now. Do right by your damn kids. Because I don't want them calling me trying to get some therapy over some shit you did that you could have fixed. Before it was too late. Don't save all of this shit for deathbed confessions. When your ass is hooked up to oxygen and can't breathe and we can't have hear what the fuck y'all saying. Nah, we want crystal clear, audible atonement and acknowledgement for your bullshit. That's what we want. We want to hear loud and clear. We don't want none of that. Fuck all of that. We don't want that. We want loud and clear. I fucked up. I apologize. How can I be better for you now? That's what we want. Exactly, no news. The best thing you can do for your children is set them up for success, no matter what you have to do. But the problem is what folks consider success be the problem. Some of the shit they be talking about ain't got nothing to do with success. Some of this shit, it'd be like wearing last year's fashions. We don't give a shit about, we don't care about them this year. We don't give a shit about them next year. They was hot last year. What we doing? And the success ain't always pretty. Success is not always, ooh, look at me. Ooh, I got it. That ain't always success. It's most of the successful folks just blend in with the rest of the people. What's going on, Eric? How you doing? Like Bill Gates, for instance, if we didn't know who he was and we was at a festival or something, he just looked like any other white dude walking around. Just damn multi-billionaire. Same thing with Bezos. We wouldn't know his ass from nobody. Just be another cat walking around. That's us black people that think, y'all say success, we got to be dripping with diamonds and money and shit from ear to ear. Then look up in 5 years broke, owing money. What was the chick that what'd you say? The dinner tables where I encourage my kids the most. This is what I'm talking about, no news, exactly. You doing good at the church. Okay, cool. Where you going, Eric? This is what I'm talking about. And see, that's another thing that died with my group. Was because we ate dinner at the table. Conversation. This is what all conversation, yeah, conversation was going on at the dinner table. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, if it was a holiday and it was a gathering going on, there was a conversation happening about you. What do you think? Because my family, okay, you in Chicago, that's what's up there. I'm gonna say this. Now I know all of y'all done heard that children's supposed to be seen and not heard, and get out the room when grown folks is talking. My family didn't participate in that shit. My grandparents was quick on that. You better sit your ass down and see how this how a conversation's supposed to go. So when you out here having conversations, ain't nobody calling me or talking about damn your grandbaby's dumb. Hell no. That's how we learn how to have a conversation. Now we wasn't jumping all in and adding, saying, context and all that kind of shit. We was sitting there damn listening. Then when the conversation was over, or whoever the hell they was talking about done left the table, then we would get the whole breakdown. Okay, that's when the context would come in. Okay, so this was going on, and this was going on, and that was going on, which is why this, woo, 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 woo. So when you in this situation, this is how you want to move, so you don't end up in this type of shit. Oh yeah. Cause see, my grandmother didn't work. My granny had that bread. So when I got out of school, because I didn't go to public school, I went to Catholic school. So y'all was in there with the nuns and all that kind of shit. We wasn't like, school bus or none of that. So one of the teachers that taught at the school lived around the corner from my grandparents. So she would, bring a group of us, home from school. But instead of me going to my house, I went to my grandparents' house and stayed with my grandmama until one of my parents came and got me after they got off from work. So, child, she would have her homegirls would be coming through. Child, they be in there crying and cussing and shit about their raggedy ass husbands. Child, one chick was confessing about this dude. She worked at the bank. She was laying up at the bank. Honey, I used to get all of the juice. And my grandma be sitting there, she be cooking, and they be in there crying or cussing or whatever it was they was doing. I be in there like I be doing my homework. Listen. Cause like the kitchen was like here, and then it was like it's this brick wall, and then the other side of the brick wall is the dining room. So I would be in the dining room front like I was doing my, and they be in there in the kitchen, and they be in there crying. She was telling everything. Listen, y'all, I used to be entertained. Oh, thank you for the cash app, Eric. I appreciate it. Listen. She came through there one day. She was like, yeah, she's like, girl, I ain't gonna call her about that. She's like, girl, he just can't fuck. He just ain't getting it to it. I was like, I might have been like 8. Maybe. She's like, girl, he just can't fuck. He just ain't getting it to me like I need it. So I was like, what? So me being who I am, I got to play like I ain't hearing that. That's it. My grandmama like, come here. So then she starts giving me the rundown. She's like, yeah, they cheating and shit. I ain't down for all of that. This, that, the woo, 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 woo. And that's when we start having, it's them grown people conversations. I was like, so from that point on, I ain't have to, be ear hustling, from the other side of the wall. They was in the kitchen, I was in the kitchen. They was in the den, I was in the den. Wherever they was, that's where I was at, and I was getting full. But I wasn't jumping all in that conversation. I wasn't telling nobody all about what I heard. It was, this is what grown conversation look like. Y'all, I used to hear some stuff. Honey, I used to hear some shit. Like, damn. This how y'all like this? All people, and I used to think like, what the hell be going on during the day? And I had to remember like these bras work. My grandma ain't work. These bras was working. So I ain't never really had to worry about, what my grandma was doing, because every time I tucked around, she was volunteering up in the damn school where I was at. Because it was literally like 10 minutes away. So her ass was there. Like, damn. So yeah, from a young, I knew I couldn't fuck up because it was always somebody around from a young age. Because the church we went to is what, the school was. So everybody knew me anyway. So, honey. But yeah. All that, about grandmama and them, used to have dudes on the side and kids don't belong to granddad and all of that. That shit true. I ain't gonna lie. It's true. I used to be hearing it. I used to be hearing all of that, but then the men were no better. But I have to say, I really didn't get. I didn't really get that level of dirt from the men because again, like they would be talking like business, like business. Like all this shit Kevin Samuels be talking about, like high value men and all of that. Yeah, that's real. Um, because like my grandparents would have, my parents got married on July 4th, right? So my grandparents every year would have this big barbecue. It'd be, you know what I'm saying, 4th of July slash, you know what I'm saying, wedding anniversary, you know what I'm saying, barbecue type of deal. But like the who's who of Charlotte was coming to them barbecues. Like if you ain't get no invitation to the barbecue, you went shit. In the as far as you know saying the business community. So I'm talking we talking about the mayor, we talking about the damn the fire chief, city councilman, doctors, lawyers, like all kind of folks was coming to the barbecue. We getting it in. Folks don't move like that no more. I miss them barbecues. Because when I say, man, yo, name something that was at a barbecue, that shit was there. Like, I remember it would be like 3 or 4 days before. Like, my grandmama got us up in it. Man, we making sausage. Great day to making sausages. He cleaning the damn, literally, y'all know, like a Halloween, you had a picture of the witch and she got the cauldron and the pot and she start, it's still over there. I got to pull that shit out. Fried fish, y'all. I know that pot was huge, black cast iron, and it sat on this stand, and then the coal and the wood and stuff was up under that. I'm talking about like for real, man. He be dragging that pot out. My grandma used to have us in there making sausages. We be in there hand patting burgers. Man, we used to put in work. We used to put in work. Real talk. Shucking corn. We in there picking beans because she literally in there making baked beans from scratch. Like we used to get it in. We used to get it all the way in, all the way. I remember riding to the country for the for the fat back and the pork belly because you couldn't just go to the store and buy it back then. You had to like take that ride. So so we used to take that ride. Man, we used to go down to Paisley for the watermelons. Like it was a production. It was a straight production, but I missed that because it was good times. We won't do that kind of stuff no more. Like for real, for real. For real, for real. I mean, be out there all like barbecue would start like 1 o'clock. It'd be like 2 o'clock the next morning. We still out there going strong. And cars all through the neighborhood, walking up to the. Listen, we used to get it in. I'm telling you, damn, it was good times. Them the type of memories you want your kids to have. I'm just saying, them the type of memories you want your kids to have, y'all. I'm just saying you ain't got to do it on that grand level, but I mean, you just say something. You know what I'm saying? Hell, it could be the barbecue at your house. It could be what I'm saying. Making cupcakes for somebody's birthday. It could be, what I'm saying, watching TV. Like, I remember as a kid, like, it would be me, my mom, and my sister, in here watching the Cosby Show. Different World. Who's the Boss? And we was watching everything. Growing Pains. All of that. Real talk. Like, me and my grandma watched Dynasty. And Falcon Crest. Falcon Crest. But yeah, Dynasty in Dallas. Yeah, Dallas was it. Cause I would go to my grandparents' house on the weekend and I'd be over there and we'd be watching Dallas, but she'd be on the phone with my daddy and while Dallas on and they straight talking. I'm like they have the whole conversation about what the hell we sitting there watching. Them kind of memories. That's what you want your kids to remember. So when it's time for them, you know what I'm saying, to make sure you good, you know what I'm saying, do something in your best interest. They got them type of memories to look back on and be like, you know what, yeah, I got to go hard versus this bitch left me. I don't know this dude. You was talking sideways to me. Why you always asking for something? And they be like, you know what I'm saying, let the chips fall where they may. Be good to your kids. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. On that note, y'all, I got to go, but I will be back this evening. I'm actually going to be on the panel over at This Might Be Risky. So y'all come check me out. Again, hit the like button if you have not. Be sure to subscribe if you have not. And until next time, Be good to your kids.